cat food manufacturer uses fish and beef byproducts. The fish contains 12 grams of protein and 3 grams of fat per ounce. The beef contains 6 grams of protein and 9 grams of fat per ounce. So we'll make a table showing the fish and the beef, as well as the grams of protein and the grams of fat. We'll let X be the amount of number of ounces of fish, and Y be the number of ounces of beef in a can. So we know for fish, 1 ounce of fish contains 12 grams of protein and 3 grams of fat. So X ounces will have 12X grams of protein and 3X grams of fat. And I'm sorry, where I used G for grams, I should have used X for the ounces of fish. And for the beef, it contains 6 grams of protein and 9 grams of fat per ounce. So for Y ounces, we will have 6Y grams of protein and 9Y grams of fat. Now each can of cat food must contain at least 57 grams of protein and 45 grams of fat. And so our mixture must contain at least 45 or 57 grams of protein. So 12X plus 6Y must be greater than or equal to 57 grams, and 3X plus 9Y must be greater than or equal to 45 grams. I'd like to solve those for X. So 6Y is greater than or equal to 57 minus 12X, and 9Y is greater than or equal to 45 minus 3X. Excuse me. Simplifying the best I can here, I'll have Y is greater than or equal to 57 over 6 minus 2X, and Y is greater than or equal to 5 minus 1/3 X. So now we're going to graph this system. So we start with the fact that if X is 0, y is 57/6. And let's say when x is 1, we'll have 57/6 take away 12/6, which would be 45/6. And we need greater than or equal to. We'll leave that as a solid line. We'll also go back for the y greater than or equal to 5 minus 1/3 x, and enter first of all 0, 5. And then as a second point, enter 3, 2. I'm sorry, 3, 4. And it has to be greater than that as well. Now we have two other constraints that were not written down initially, but those two constraints are x must be greater than or equal to 0, and y must be greater than or equal to 0. And so let's put those also in. We'll draw the x equals 0, which is the y-axis. I used 0, 0 and 0, 10. And that will be a solid line. And then go back one more time and get the x-axis, which will be 0, 0, and 10, 0. And I'm going to hit the solid line. Oops. Let me try that again. 0. I'm going to delete what I just did. Go into the line. Go 0, 0, 10, 0. And hit enter. It got undefined again. Delete. Let me try 10, 0 in the first. And 0, 0 for the second. The points are there correctly. Let me try it with a dashed line first. and then with a solid line. Okay, so I think we've got all our lines in there now. And so our fill has to be above, on or above both of the slanted lines in the first quadrant. So our fill would be right there. And those would be the possible combinations of ounces of fish and beef that could be put in a can of the cat food.